Hello everyone, I am Snigdha Kakkad and this is my channel Accelerate AI Careers. Today I have brought you a very interesting lead code problem, lead code 904, fruits in basket. It's a medium level question but a very interesting question for several companies, especially FANG companies, Microsoft, Salesforce in their last 1 to 2 months of interviews. So let's see what does this question say and how do we solve it. It's a very basic question. If you know how to solve it, you'll do it in minutes. If you have not tried it out or have not seen questions like this before, then you will essentially go for the brute force approach, which is not that time optimum. I'll not say that you will not be able to solve it. You can solve it, but the brute force solution for this question is not that time efficient. So you are visiting a farm that has a single row of fruit trees arranged from left to right. I don't care about so much description. Let me explain you what is given to you in the question. You have a fruits array as shown in the examples here. And in the fruits array, every integer represents total number of or type of fruits you have. So essentially, you have to find substring or subarray out of this array such that you have maximum of only 2 fruits. You cannot keep more than 2 kind of fruits in the basket because you are carrying only 2 baskets. And in one basket, you can only have one type of fruit as mentioned here. So you have 2 baskets. Each basket can hold only a single type of fruit. There is no limit on the quantity of fruit. There's just limit on the type of fruit. So exactly one fruit you can get from every tree, and you can put only one kind of fruit in one basket. As soon as you reach the third kind of fruit, then you have to stop. So basically, you have to return maximum number of fruits you can pick. So like in this array, you have only 2 varieties of fruit, 1 and 2. So if you take a sub array out of this array, you can take the entire array itself and you have total 1, 2 and 3. 3 trees from which you can pick the fruits because you have only 2 varieties. Now in example 2, you have an array, and if suppose you start from 0, then you reach 1 and then you reach 2. Now 2 is the third variety of fruit. So if you start from 0, then 0 and 1, only 2 trees you can pick up. Is there a possibility that you can hit more than number of trees than this? So if you start with 1, then you can go to 2 and then 2. So you have 2 types of fruit coming from 3 trees. So your maximum output here is 3 trees. So that's why we didn't choose to start from 0. Now example 3, you have this array. Suppose you start from 1, then 1 and 2, and then you reach 3, you cannot go to 3, right? So you can pick up only from 2 trees. So essentially this is not the most optimum answer. Let's start from 2. If you start from 2, then 2 and 3, 2 kind of a variety of fruits, and then 2, 2. So essentially you can get fruits from 4 trees. So your output is 4. Now you have been given some constraints as well, but those constraints are not important for this question. So how will you solve this question if you have not seen it before? You have to find the subarray of maximum length out of this array such that it can have only 2 digits, right? So that is what you are trying to find here. So essentially you can use a nested loop. You can have an outer loop where you start from each index every time and you loop till you reach the end of the array. And you can have a nested loop which takes that index where you are and you'd start from that index and find how much output you can produce from there, how many maximum number of trees you can have before you hit the third variety of fruit. So every time you reach an index, you start and check how much output you can get from there. Then again, you take a jump in the index and then check the same. So due to the use of nested loop, the time complexity of such a solution would be O of n square. Can we do better than that? So yeah, this question is a classic textbook sliding window approach question. Very easy to solve. You can use sliding window and you can find the most optimum window of maximum length having only maximum 2 variety of fruits. So essentially I will have a left pointer, I will have a right pointer, and I will move in a for loop for my right pointer till I reach the end of the array. And I will keep on changing my right index as and when my sliding window can go ahead until I hit 2 fruits, maximum 2 type of fruits. And when I hit the third variety of fruit, at that time I'll start moving my left pointer so that my window has only 2 kind of fruits, and then I can find the maximum sized window and I can return it as the output. So that is the most optimum approach, but you would say then you are moving your left pointer and right pointer and you have a for loop for right pointer, and you are also moving your left pointer. But I will like to explain, you are still using only one for loop, and that is for both left and right pointers. So essentially your time complexity is not O of n square here. The time complexity would be O of 2 into n, which is essentially O of n, that is linear time complexity. Now you would say that, but I will also save the count with trees, like digit 1 has 4 trees or digit 2 has 2 trees. So I'll be saving that also in a hash map or in a hash set. So that will also have additional space or additional memory usage. But the maximum number of digits which you will save in that hash set or hash map will only be 2, because you are storing count only for 2 trees which you are counting in your sliding window. So that's why the space complexity would still be O of 1. So I hope you understand what our solution is. This is a traditional sliding window approach question. So let's see how to code it. First of all, I will initialize my hash set or hash map to store the count of trees occurring for that particular digit, and then keep on updating that. And I'm using a default dict to do that, and my default type here would be int. So basically my key would be fruit type, say 1, 2, 3, 4, and my value would be count. So count in basket. Now I'll 3 values: left pointer, my total at any point of time, total number of trees, and my result. And I will initialize all of them by 0. Now I will write my for loop for my right pointer. So my right pointer will go for Rn range, and I'll say till end of the list, so length of fruits. And then I will keep on updating my count. So how do I update? I will update the counts for the right pointer, and I will add 1 there. Whenever my right pointer moves, I will add that fruit at that right pointer, that count there. So why I took a default dict was because if say suppose fruits R is not in my count here, I don't have to do a get operation to get default and put 0 there if it is not present. It will assume, if it is not present, it will assume that its count is 0 by default as it is an integer, and then it will increment it by 1. And then I'll also increment by total by 1, because I am incrementing my right pointer. So 1 fruit is getting added. So my total also gets incremented by 1. And now I will check while length of count is greater than 2, because that is not the right window I want, right? I want only 2 type of trees to be a part of my count. As soon as the third tree gets added, the left pointer should move, and that particular left pointer's trees count should decrease. So that's what I'm doing. I'll save my fruit left pointer here, and then I will also update my count for that left pointer tree, because I'm moving my left pointer, so I will have to reduce the count for the tree at left pointer, that count is by 1. So I reduce that. I'll also have to reduce my total by 1, and I'll have to increment by left pointer. So these are the operations I perform whenever my length of count is greater than 2. Now I will check if this count is count is reduced to 0. That is, now as you are decreasing, there would be a time the count gets reduced to 0. Then you will have to pop it up. So count dot pop. So that finishes all these operations which you have to do to convert the sliding window in an ideal format. Now you can update your result. Your result would be max of current value of the result and total. Because now you know that your sliding window is the ideal window, so you can update your result. And every time you will keep on updating your result as and when you move your right pointer. And then finally you can return your result. The time complexity would be O of n, linear time complexity, and space complexity would be O of 1. So this is our entire code. Let's run the solution to check if it is good. It's accepted. Let's submit. As you can see, the solution is doing quite well here. If you have any doubts, ask them in the comments here. I'll be happy to delve deeper into it, explain it in the comments, or make a separate video for it. If you like my way of solving problems, subscribe to my channel to get your notifications for your daily LeetCode challenge. If this is helpful, really help me out and mention something in the comments. It helps in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you.